So, you've been training since a few months to maybe a few years. You've been hitting the gym consistently. Initially, you saw good progress for a good amount of time, or maybe slow progress for a good amount of time. But lately, you've been pushing yourself every session, pushing really hard, doing everything you can, everything better that you think you can and you should be doing. But all of a sudden, after all this time, your body is like, no, I'm good. I'm settled. I'm comfortable. No major changes for you, results wise. For a while, no big strength jumps, sorry, and no extra little muscle definition changes that you used to see pretty regularly. And for very valid reasons, you're like, what the hell is going on? There is reasons to be performance anxious here. So in this video, we will break down the three biggest mistakes that are robbing you of your progress, or might be for sure, at least one of them. Why they happen, how do they happen, how do you actually spot your own one with the few individual nuances. And if you've ever thought, I swear I'm doing everything right and I've been getting results out of this very thing, but I'm not anymore, trust me, at least one of these three reasons would be a blind spot that you can get better at. And stick around, because at the end of this, you'll know exactly how to do that, exactly how to spot your progress killer and fix them once and for all, not just for once. So let's get into it. Reason one, you're doing the work, but it might not be the right or the smartest work quality wise. Science, this might be you. See if this fits. See if you tick any of these boxes. Number one, you finish your workouts feeling completely wrecked, but your physique barely sees any changes in the form of like a pump. Number two, you always jump between programs because every new plan that you look at, wherever you got it from, sounds like the one and sounds like it has like a lot of things that you might be missing out on right now. Number three, you judge workout quality, or how was this specific workout that I did, by the soreness and fatigue element and sweat perhaps, not actual progression that you keep tabs on, which is tracking. Number four, you've never tracked your lifts, but seriously, you kind of assume you're working hard. And if someone asks you what's your progression plan, or like how is it looking, your answer is just kind of vibes and maybe I'm lifting harder. Try asking yourself, do you know if you've progressed in the past 4 weeks in one or two exercises? If yes, good. If not, what's really happening? This is just the classic gym hustle culture syndrome, seen in the early stages. Usually you lift heavy, you are hitting a lot of volume and quantity of exercises, and you leave the gym drenched in sweat. So you think you've ticked all the boxes. But here's the hard truth. More effort is very much not equal to more result, at least after a while. Initially, maybe yes. So lifting weights, it's not about burning calories or just, working hard and just sweating it out. It's about stimulating the right muscles the right way, progressive overload. If it's not being challenged, it adapts, and it can stay there for extremely long periods of time, say 2 to 5 years. So that's why maybe you are that person who's been training since like 5-6 years now, on and off or regularly, and you're not seeing results. Imagine that you're just digging a hole with a spoon. It's technically hard work and you've been doing it for long enough, but it's not getting you anywhere. The hole it's still small. So the fix, very clear actionables here. One, get brutally honest about what you're actually progressing. Are your main lifts getting strong? Is your favorite lift getting strong? Are you adding reps every week, or are you adding weight every week? Or is it just feeling better for sure every week, undeniably, not just, vaguely? Or you're just hoping for growth? Second, track your progress and lock in those key lifts. So while you do so, obviously that was vague advice or like open-ended advice. Now pick 2 or 3 favorite lifts or core exercises you feel like you really enjoy or get the most out of, and commit to seeing numeric progress every first or second week, or every 2 weeks to be realistic. For example, if your bench is not moving in 3 months, why are you doing 7 exercises still? It's time to reflect and make changes. Number three, if it's not getting you stronger or visibly bigger, why are you doing X exercise? Change that. You've got plenty of options, or you might have plenty of options, or maybe you shouldn't be doing 7 exercises. Do 4, do them harder, do them better. That's it. Just pick 2 or 3 exercises and reflect on these pointers, and you will see progress if you do it every 2 weeks for sure, for the next kind of 12 weeks, for example. So, reason two of why it's still all slow. You're training hard, but maybe you're recovering like trash. And now again, signs this might be you. Number one, you push through every workout, but you always feel exhausted and not really energized ever in a while, very, very rarely. Second, you wake up sore for days, but your lifts aren't really improving. You just keep training because you just don't want to kind of, lose momentum, but there's like very little improvement improvement. And this attitude of don't want to break the rhythm is even after your body is kind of begging for break every once in a while. Number three, you sleep like garbage and you feel like you can just, power through with like 5-6 hours of sleep. Sometimes that works. That's okay for everyone. Life happens, but not always at all. Lastly, your diet is random at best, and you assume that as long as you train hard, you can outwork a diet or a poor diet. Now, of course, what's really happening? You are trying to build a house, but every night someone comes in and knocks down the foundation in half every single night. And by night, it is a very strong choice of word because nights when the recovery happens. So of course, comparison metaphor. But yeah, the muscle doesn't grow in the gym; it grows outside of it when you recover. And while you're spoiling your sleep, your food, and stuff, this is exactly what's happening. You're knocking down your own progress. You are that random person coming down and knocking down your own foundation of your own house, which is your body. So yeah, your body is like, sorry, I'm too busy now to put out fires. I cannot build muscle or progress in a linear fashion for you. Now, a clear fix after the vague ass comparisons or examples. First, lock in your sleep 7+ hours or you're leaving gains at the table, and try to do so regularly. If you're sleeping less than 5 hours very often, just stop asking why your progress sucks. It's very rare that you'll see any progress with that level of sleep. Second, fuel your body properly. If your diet is just, vibes and protein shakes and just some sense of eating clean and healthy, it's not how it works. You need to start getting into the nitty-gritty and track a lot of the things that you should be. Lastly, manage stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which wrecks any kind of linear recovery and muscle growth in large amounts. And that's about it. Fix these three things and you will see some amount of progress for sure. Now for the final one. Reason 3. You're stuck in the more is better trap, which is basically quantity, doing absolutely everything in absolutely every session as often as possible without any other consideration. Now, this might be a very kind of a stretched or the extreme case scenario, but here's a few signs that this might still be you, even though you don't relate to this extreme situation. Number 1, your workouts are very long, most often, which is 2+ hours, even if you do not train during peak hours, where you have to wait for crowds. Number 2, you do every exercise for most muscle groups, and by that I mean like whatever machines and exercises you know of for that muscle, you do everything or almost everything, almost every session. Number 3, you refuse to take deload weeks or cut back on volume because that feels like slacking to you. Cutting back in one session, oh no, that's not happening. But what's really happening? Here's a very popular generic truth that most people are now telling you. Muscle doesn't grow when you're lifting in the gym at that moment. You're just pushing it to adapt and stimulating the growth, but it grows when you stop and give it enough time to recover and then train it again when it's fully recovered. You do not need 20 sets per body part 7 times a week or like 5 to 6 times a week. You need effective, targeted quantity of exercises and time to actually recover from it and let your body adapt to that push and stimulus. Clear fix again. Number 1, stick to 10 to 20 good hard sets per muscle per week. You can break it down in any way. 4 exercises today, 3 tomorrow, whatever. That's enough for optimal growth if you push it hard enough and if you do it with some good technique and stuff. Anything more than that, you might just be spinning the wheels and going through the motions, and the effective work would be very less or very diminishing or even worse, affecting your growth in a negative fashion. Number 2, take a deload week every 6 to 8 to 10 weeks if you feel extremely fatigued and unmotivated and feel like shit pretty much, because lifting all the time without easing up is like just driving a car at full speed without even checking the oil. Lastly, prioritize intensity over doing more. Progressive overload and upping numbers or reps would be greater than doing endless amount of sets. But if any of this hit a little close to home, which I'm pretty sure it should and it did, because even I can take a few of them, these are things that fluctuate. It's not that you are this person altogether. You do pick a few bad things, you lose them, they again come back, and then eventually after handling them 3 times in a row, you never do them again. So yeah, smarter beats harder every single time, and do lift with a plan. And from all of this, the one piece of advice I'll end it with would be pick your 2 or 3 favorite lifts, pick a sample duration of 8 to 10 weeks, make sure that it's a absolute non-negotiable with like a calendar invite to yourself every weekend before a breakfast or a dinner, so that you have a reward afterwards as well, and just log your progress with those lifts once a week for 8 to 10 weeks, just 2 or 3 exercises. You'll see the benefit out of it, you'll see the progress out of it, and then eventually you'll do it for more stuff, or maybe you'll just get better at those exercises. You'll be motivated, and there'll be at least 5, if not more, reasons to continue doing it. And then overall, you do get better. You see where I'm going with this: more structure, more progress, faster progress. So good luck.